You know, when people ask me what character I relate to most in Peaky Blinders or which character impacted me deeply, I find myself pausing. Because to be honest, the reason I love this show is exactly because I don't relate to it. Well, not directly. There are other shows that reflect my life or my feelings, but Peaky Blinders, it's different. It's like a fairy tale, just without the flying horses. It's dark, dangerous, and completely outside my world, and maybe that's why I like it so much. But then again, even if I don't live that kind of life, the violence, the drinking, the smoking, the wildness, there is something that pulls me in. Maybe it's because deep down there is a fantasy, and it's not just mine. I think many women share it, the fantasy of the dangerous man, the one who's emotionally unavailable, wild, maybe even destructive, and the dream that we can be the one to change him. Uh-huh. Grace tried that with Tommy Shelby, so did his other wife, and Polly. She had her own story of hoping, helping, and being betrayed. And in some way, I see that pattern everywhere. We're drawn to these powerful men who the world says are bad, shallow, or even misogynistic, but part of us thinks I can be different. The delusion. I can matter to him. It's foolish, I know. It's even painful sometimes, but it's real. And Peaky Blinders made me see that part of myself more clearly, even if I don't want to admit it. Now, when I think about the themes that are relevant today, I'd say it's not just about violence or crime. It's about family. It's about trauma. It's about how society treats the marginalized people like Tommy, the gypsies. In today's world, we still see entire communities, black, Arab, Muslim, being judged, ignored, or held back. And sometimes, like the Shelbys, they felt that the only way to rise up is to go through the dark path. It's not a justification, but it's a reality for some. There's also this deep desire in me, watching the show, to meet people who think differently. People like the creators of Peaky Blinders or those who see the world with fresh eyes. I want to explore new perspectives before I die. Because deep down, I believe we're not as different as we seem. But at the same time, our stories shape us in ways that make our experiences feel worlds apart. And one more thing, the way the show treats religion. It's clearly meant to provoke. The way the Catholic Church is shown, the abuse, the manipulation, the corrupt priest working with the mafia, it's targeted. It's aimed at a Western audience, mostly Christian, and I saw that. I wasn't triggered the way others might be because I didn't grow up within that faith, but I understood the intention, and I thought if it were Islam being criticized like that, I'd feel angry, I'd feel attacked, so I couldn't just sit back and enjoy it mindlessly. I had to think. I come from a background where both Christianity and the lifestyle of people like Tommy Shelby were painted as wrong. So, watching this show, I wasn't just entertained, I was thinking, I was analyzing, I was confronting ideas I had grown up with. That's why it hit me in a strange way. Not because I saw myself in it, but because it made me see myself from the outside. In the end, maybe that's why Peaky Blinders stayed with me, not because I lived that life or wanted to, but because it awakened something I hadn't put into words, something about love, identity, power, and how women like me, like so many of us, are still figuring it all out. Before I leave you, I want to mention that I've reached a unit in the textbook I'm using with my students which focuses on entertainment, movies, and music. For the music part, I've suggested some songs for them. When it comes to movies, I recommended a few, but I decided not to include Peaky Blinders. It's a great show, but I think it's not suitable for my students here in Morocco. First, because of the community we're in, our culture, our religion, and second, because of some of the themes in the show that might be a bit too much for them. It's meant for adults and it's rated 18 plus on Netflix for a reason, so that's why I left it out. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.